dog training. Today Barley and I are going to teach you guys how to teach your dogs how to back up. So this is a super fun trick that I really enjoy teaching. It also is kind of useful. I have used this when Barley and I are playing fetch and I want him to back up so that I can get a better photo of him, or when I'm trying to get out the door and he's in the way, all sorts of different things. Okay, so we taught this. I'm gonna get my treat pouch out of the way. Sitting down, just like I am now, by luring Barley in with a treat. Good. Good. And then feeding, basically right in between my legs, okay? And then waiting. Good. And then again, feeding right in between your legs. Good. And we're just going to start with teeny tiny steps here. Good. And what we're doing is we're setting up how we feed our treats so that our dog is more likely to do the behavior that we want. Because if I just sit here and wait for him to back up forever, I might be here for a long time. We've been working on chin rests, so now he's good boy. Now he's offering chin rests. Oops, that was a mess up. I should have fed him here. Back up. Good boy. One of the common things that people see with back up is that they, here, sit. I'm gonna have them sit so I don't have to pay attention to what he's doing, is that they start having a dog who will only back up 1 or 2 steps, or their dog, tends to back up and then sit, or back up and then lie down, or back up and then bow, which Barley was about to do. So one of the important things here is pick one criteria at a time to work on. I tend to favor working on getting your dog to back up further first, and then cleaning it up later, okay? So that means that I'm going to get to the point where as soon as I feed my dog his treat in between my legs, he's backing up right away, and then I'm going to wait for maybe 1 more step. So what I would really recommend doing here is counting steps. So it's like most of the time I'm getting 2 steps, you know, each of his front paws moves back. Now I'm gonna wait for 2 front paws and then a back paw to take a step back. And so on and so on. And I recommend actually getting really granular here. If you go to journeydogtraining.com/training journal, you will get a free downloadable training journal that's gonna help you guys with that record keeping and help you guys keep track of all of that. Because again, precision with this one helps a lot. Once you've got your dog to a point where he is readily backing up multiple steps, then I would recommend start only rewarding backups where he keeps backing up and standing. Not backing up and sitting down or whatever. Okay, so Barley and I are going to demonstrate a little bit more here. Come on. Good. Stand. 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 Here. Back up. Good boy. Back up. Good boy. So with that one, you guys probably, hopefully saw, I think he was in screen. He did bow, but I just waited, and he did stand up and take another step backwards. And I like that, so I rewarded that, okay? Eventually, we will get rid of the bow. And it's funny, because actually I taught him back up long before I taught him to bow, so that bow is actually a new thing that we're struggling with. Back up. Back up. Got another bow. Back up. Boop. Good. So if your dog gets really stuck, instead of just sitting here and saying back up over and over and over again, that's not going to do much. Give another cue that your dog definitely knows, and then you can start over, okay? Back up. Good boy. And this time, I'm going to reward him earlier on, and I'm not going to wait for him to make another mistake, okay? So make it a little bit easier. Back up. Good boy. Back up. Good boy. Good job. Back up. Good job. So if you guys are trying to teach back up for formal obedience or for something where your dog really needs to be super straight and really needs to not do anything weird, you know, as far as like bowing or sitting or whatever, I would recommend being more precise than I have been so far. Again, that's where that training journal is going to come in. And if it matters that your dog is straight, I would recommend teaching this in a hallway, or even using barriers. So you can create little walls, and ideally you can create little walls that you can actually shorten. So you start out where your dog has to back up straight because he's going in between these walls. I know, you're very handsome, buddy. And you can make those walls shorter and shorter as you go, okay? He is just all about the shaking and hand-holding today. Another way to teach this is to teach your dog a rear paw target, where your dog learns to put his hind feet onto something like a bath mat or something that feels different from the rest of your house. And then you can start having him backing up to look for that, and then move that bath mat further and further. That is an alternate way to teach this. I did not teach it that way, but I highly recommend looking into that. And at some point here, I will teach Barley to do it that way, and I will do a training demo. But for those of you who don't know right now, Barley and I actually live in our car, and we are currently in Costa Rica. We drove here from Canada, so our supplies are extremely limited, so there are a lot of behaviors that are going to be easier for you guys if you can teach using props, but Barley and I have very, very few props, because we live in our car. Also, if you're interested in following his adventures, he is on Instagram at Collies Without Borders, with a period in between each of the words, if you want to learn more about our trips and our adventures. Anyway, that's enough plugs. Again, Kayla here from Journey Dog Training. If you want that training journal to help you keep your backups super crisp, I would, good boy. Go to journeydogtraining.com/training journal, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.